I'm alive. Welcome back to the channel. I've been everywhere. I've been doing a lot of fun stuff. Hello everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome back. I'm back again. I don't know. That's my Markiplier impression right off the bat. How did you like it? Smash like if you liked it. I gotta get used to this again. I'm having an issue speaking. But that's okay, because you know what we're doing? I'm not speaking. I'm listening to other people speak. Because Emerald Witch Arc, baby! Emerald Witch Arc just came. Episode 1 is in dub. And I'm excited to see this with you. I just got back from vacation, from which I was sick the entire time. But without further ado, we need to beautify something. It's good to be back, baby. The memories are flooding back from this time last year. I have heard such great things. I was told that the last arc was kind of mid, and it kind of was. But I've heard this one, good one.
Damn it again! We almost got that one.
The hunt is only as worthwhile as the fox is clever. You coming?
What, in there? You know where we are. That's a haunted wood.
That is the haunted forest with the creature. The feature featuring the creature. A creature feature featuring the creature.
We can't go in.
Don't tell me you believe in that fairy tale nonsense.
I didn't say that.
No, no, you. You do.
Trespassers! Turn back! Werewolves guard these woods. A wretched curse upon any soul they find here!
My God! Who is that old clone?
I've no idea. Let's just carry on.
Not Majesty beats you!
Let's just carry on, wayward son.
What did you find, boys?
I don't see the fox.
Then why are they barking?
Is it the Beast Titan?
What the hell was that?
How would I know?
Shiver me timbers.
That thing. What's that?
A werewolf? Impossible.
Herr Reinhardt, allow me to welcome you back.
A rather startling welcome.
May I ask you how you fared on the hunt? Goodness, did something happen? Your nose is bleeding. Herr Reinhardt!
What's wrong, Reinhold? Please speak to me! What's going on?
Oh.
Reinhold, no! Stay with me!
Herr Pringle, you...
I didn't realize the main bad guy was gonna be dog allergies.
A pleasure to meet you. Ich freue mich, Sie heute kennenzulernen.
Come now, my lord. That was an act of phoneticide. Now try again.
Ich freue mich, Sie heute kennenzulernen.
Correctly this time?
Ich freue mich, Sie heute kennenzulernen.
I think it's funny that Sebastian's like, correctly, my lord. Come on, it's phonetic suicide. Come on, do better. And the acceptable one is when CL speaking German angrily. Alright, I gotta mute this. Okay. It's definitely got a trap sound. This has an isekai feel. But then again, we've got a witch now. An emerald witch. I don't know if this fits. Like the vocal, I don't know. I like the song is alright. It's not my favorite. I'll be honest.
I can't learn and ride. It makes me sick.
We can't have that, now can we?
Why must I learn how to speak German? It should be enough that I can read it.
It's just a riveting commentary from Sebastian.
Did you say Germany?
Yeah, they're bringing it back. They're bringing back just like the cake there. Yes, I love it. It's amazing.
Yes. Her Majesty is curious about some recent deaths there. Suspicious, she called them. I shall leave.
Yes, my lord, they're asking. Her Majesty is curious about the rise of someone in Germany. I know it doesn't take place then, okay? Look, I get it. I'm like 50 years off. Okay? I'm just saying that Germany has a colorful past that didn't just start being colorful in the 30s.
Leave soon to investigate.
She wishes for you to handle this in person?
Yes, though I cannot pretend to understand her reasoning. A Phantom Hive's role is to manage England's underworld, not Germany's.
Woe is me, my dear boy. I fear a series of suspicious deaths has plagued the south of Germany. I'm told the victims were of good health before suddenly being blighted by this unknown malady, warping their flesh and stealing their lives. As you know, my mother and late husband once called Germany home, and my grandson, William, now rules there as Emperor. I sent word to Willie, asking if he was in need of medical aid. However, neither he nor his government seemed capable of providing a clear answer. I can only fear the worst.
So Germany's committed to keeping mum, eh? Thus impeding any official action from the Crown. Seems...
I apologize for weird noises. I have a gate that I set up in here, and it...
That's reason enough for this task to fall to you.
So she implies. The request isn't odd, as duty has taken us abroad before, but I fail to understand why it's
I have a weird question. I don't think it tells me how old J. Michael Tatum is. I was gonna say, they're all getting old.
necessary in this case.
Why not ask her for a clearer explanation?
Because she wouldn't give one. That's beside the point. A dog's place is chasing bones, not asking why they've been thrown.
Perhaps it's not just you, but the Phantom Hive Underground Information Network that she's entrusting to resolve this. It does extend well across Europe and the Asian continent.
I did inherit you-know-who from my father, and he is in Germany. I think Klaus should pay him a visit. See to it.
At once.
It's been far too long, Klaus. Apologies for the sudden invitation.
Nonsense, it's quite all right. If anything, it serves to match the suddenness of your butler's appearance.
Enough steam for you, sir?
Whoa! Oh, I must admit, it gave me quite a shock.
They're bringing back comedy. They're bringing back everything I love about this. I guess then again, there was like a Family Guy cutaway. I don't know if they get points or lose points for that.
Considering that the son of us in Finland.
I do hope that you'll forgive my intrusion, sir.
Well, I'm just glad your holiday didn't take you too far away this time. Unlike when you had wandered off to the other side of the world.
Yeah, travel's the only pastime left for old men like me. Now then, why don't we shift our conversation to the German souvenir you requested? I called upon him as soon as I arrived in this country.
Why are Americans so bad at accents? Why? We make so much content. We're around like, voice acting like this, and Hollywood movies, and we have so many people from different countries, and we, like, what's up with that? Like, like, my British accent is not Sebastian. If you watch my learning how to do the Sebastian impression, part of it was I try to sound like an American trying to do a British accent. Which is surprisingly harder than I thought it would be. But the German accent is it's just a little bit nasally in my opinion. It's a nasally and it's very articulate, but you have to be careful not to make it sound Norwegian, Swedish, Russian. But I don't know. These are all terrible. We need new voice actors. We need new ones.
But he was too.
But then again, like, all my nostalgia hurts because, like, all of these famous people, well, semi-famous, but who have played instrumental parts of my lives. Sorry if I'm rambling and talking about barely anything that has to do with anything. I mean, but that's just how my brain works. Smash like if your brain do work or doesn't work at all.
Too busy and turned me away.
Oh?
Once so, I was forced to follow up on the incidents myself, which in turn sent me into the middle of nowhere. I visited several villages and estates in which the deaths had occurred, yet there were no signs of an epidemic amongst the population. I also confirmed the victims had otherwise been in good health. I tried asking about the cause of death, but I always received the same answer. It was the witch's curse.
How daft.
Whatever it was, it didn't discriminate by age or gender. In fact, I only found one commonality.
How very inclusive of that witch.
The victims had all visited the same forest before their deaths. It's called the Werewolf's Forest. The locals consider it to be forbidden ground.
Whoa.
Occultic.
I wonder why they call it that.
The Werewolf's Forest. Interesting.
Yeah, well.
You know what they call my pants? The worm nest. Ew, I hated that. I was trying to make it. Didn't like that. Forget that. Editor, scratch that.
From the 14th to the 17th centuries, southern Germany was the site of many a brutal witch hunt. Legend has it that the surviving witches fled to the forest and settled there. Then they unleashed their werewolf familiars to protect their place of refuge from intruders. Ever since, it's been called the Werewolf's Forest, and it says that anyone who sets foot inside its bounds shall be cursed.
So people are dying of witchcraft?
I always wondered why it was called Werewolf, and so I googled it not too long ago, completely unrelated to this. And apparently, were used to be pronounced were, and ver, it might be German, I'm not entirely sure. The prefix were, or ver, whatever it was, meant person or human, so. Human won't. Like, it makes sense without thinking about it, but, like, you know why.
What poppycock.
Poppycock.
Exactly the response I expected. Still, that was all the information I could gather. Sad to say.
No, it's fine. You did more than I asked. It would seem I'm fated to go in person. Now on to a new subject. I have another request for you. Undertaker has disappeared.
Really? That's quite strange.
Having known him since my father's time as Earl, I'd hoped you'd grace me with some of your insight. Anything at all. No detail is too small.
I'm afraid he and I...
Well, he has a massive cock.
And the truth is, Vincent knew Undertaker far better than I could ever claim to. In fact, the only person who knew your father longer than Undertaker is, well, you know who. They met while at school, after all.
Shall we call upon him, my lord? It could prove to be an informative visit.
All right. Who do we think that he is no longer? I would assume that it was Lizzie's father, Sister? No, he's. It would be Lizzie's father, but Lizzie's mother is Vincent's sister, not the other way. Who is him? Who could it be? It's gotta be a twist. They're not just gonna be like they would have name dropped this guy if they're introducing a new character. So who's it gonna be? Is it his grandpapa? That'd be a weird twist. But I assume that why they're doing it is that they mean Lizzie's, and then Lizzie has to come over. Then it has to be the Lizzie shenanigans. I don't know. That's my best guess right now.
We'll be in the same country regardless.
Avert to devise if you do. German beauties. Well, former German beauties are tricky. You'll have to turn on the charm, Junior.
That'll depend on the beauty's humor. I can only pray it'll be favorable when I arrive.
That depends on the beauty's humor. Ah, yes. CL. Known for many things. Humor. Smiles. Overall jovialness. Bit of a prankster. A warm-hearted, fuzzy bumpkin. A general silly goose. I feel like this is the perfect, like, clip to, like, just turn into, like, a TikTok sound. Don't do that. I wasn't ready for this. My makeup isn't done. Don't do that.
Sebastian, arrange our tickets.
Do it.
Yes, of course. Straight away.
Ah, damn it all. I shouldn't be surprised the Phantom Hive apple didn't fall far from that troublesome stem. It's unnerving. I can't believe he's 13 already. He must look exactly like his father.
Ich will nicht unter dem Fluch der Hexe sterben. Ich werde nicht gehen, egal wie viel Geld man mir bietet.
What? Sebastian, what's that noise he's making?
Oh, that's East Franconian, a dialect spoken in southern Germany.
So what were those lessons for? Curing your boredom with my torture?
All learning must begin with the fundamentals, my lord.
Right.
Oh, you cheeky bastard.
Well, what's he saying?
I'll not be go and die on oh no witch's curse, no fear. No sum o' money could convince me to take ye there, etc., etc.
Has he seen one of the cursed people?
Haben Sie jemals einen der fluchten Menschen gesehen?
Ja, habe ich.
I know very basic German. And by basic German, I mean very little. So I just feel good that I know that he said, yeah, I have. Secondly, the main reason why I paused, just Sebastian be like, just, ich habe, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I know ich, habe, ein, ow. Very, very, very basic thing. Ich lebe de. Lebe de. Ow. I love you. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Sebastian just like speaking German, but being like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
Das war schrecklich. Ihre Gesichtsschwoll auf die doppelte Größe an und ihre Haut schmolz zu einem Schlamm. Einer von ihnen starb, kurz darauf, und der Überlebende wurde durch den Schock verrückt geworden.
Überlebende?
Ja, ja, er war die ganze Zeit verängstigt und
Farty cunt. Can't be saying that.
die Verwölfe kommen.
Und wo ist diese Person?
Die Family Priegel wohnt am Rande des Dorfes. Er ist der älteste Sohn und einigermaßen reich. Aber der ist jetzt nicht da. Beamte kommen und brachten ihn in ein großes Krankenhaus. Zusammen mit dem Toten.
The Krankenhaus.
Ansteckende Krankheit ist wirklich sehr gefährlich.
He said that someone did survive the curse, but that he's been deeply disturbed, saying that werewolves were coming after him.
Did he actually see one?
The man in question was taken to a hospital along with his deceased companion. Shall I begin searching all the hospitals in the country?
No, don't. There's little we could hope to learn from a disturbed mind. We'd make better progress by going to the werewolf's forest ourselves.
But how? The man was very clear that no price would compel him to take us there, my lord.
Well then, ask him this. How much for that carriage?
Why? Sebastian can run. He doesn't need to carry the carriage. I mean, I guess it's more noble. Takes more time. But, like, why? I've been writing a script, by the way. I can tell you about it, but I won't. Because I'm still ashamed of it.
Finian, you speak German? Don would like to know.
Yeah, well, just a little.
Attention. We've secured our transport. Please begin loading the luggage.
Keep your peepers peeled for werewolves, yeah?
It's so creepy.
You don't have to convince me this place is cursed.
It appears our compass is drifting.
Why couldn't it be called the Beautiful Forest? Or the Gumdrop Forest? Or the Beautiful Pansy Unicorn Farts Forest? I feel like there's a reference to that somewhere. I don't remember what it is.
Likely interference from local mineral deposits.
Or perhaps the curse is upon us.
Do you find that amusing?
My lord, you're served by a demon and acquainted with grim reapers. Your disbelief in curses is deliciously ironic.
Supernatural powers like that don't exist, and it's absurd to believe otherwise. Or, at least, I think so.
Well, who can say?
Is that your snide way of telling me you've met real witches, then?
I have. I've met several who claim the title, but that was long ago.
Did they summon you to a witch's sabbath and begin worshipping you?
Despite popular speculation, I very much doubt that demon worship was the purpose of the historical sabbaths. It would be more accurate to call them gatherings of wicked adults trying to escape reality through debaucherous indulgence. It is not possible for your kind to summon one of mine, unless they are prepared to offer their soul in exchange for their desire. Though we can pop up if caprice takes us.
Sebastian.
Yes, my lord.
No, never mind.
Oh my.
Sebastian. Shut up. I don't care.
Aye. Buildings ahead, my lord. It won't be long now.
Land ho.
So the forest village wasn't just a fairy tale.
There's no one here, though. Think it's abandoned?
No. It's far too well maintained.
Well,
It's definitely in
well maintained.
Oi! Is there anybody here? Back to the alley!
Well, and this a warm welcome.
Was wollt ihr? Wie seid ihr hineingekommen?
Are there no men in this village? And why are all these ladies'
Boo.
clothes centuries out of date?
Tod für die Südträger! Tod für die Südträger!
Was soll der Aufstand?
Uh-oh, he has werewolf teeth.
Lady Sullivan.
But the truth is, maybe he is the werewolf, but he's not in charge. Who's really in charge?
Sullivan?
Woman.
Genau. Mein Name ist Sieglinde Sullivan. Ich bin der Lindtier dieses Waldes.
She was already in Black Butler somewhere. I don't know why, but I know that voice. That's from this show.
I am the ruler of this forest. Sieglinde Sullivan.
Is she their leader?
I think that's French.
This child?
Don't worry about it. You smell gay.
What?
Wolfram, don't be rude! Apologies. It's been ages since our last outside guest. What's more?
That one. I want him.
I don't know how you found your way here, but this is Wolfslucht, the Wolf's Valley. You are unwelcome. We do not abide outsiders here. Now leave while it is still your choice.
Sebastian.
You're uninvited to my birthday party.
Quiet. Thank you for the warning. We will take our leave in peace.
Stranger, do you have any idea how lucky your party was to survive the forest, and unscathed, no less?
Well, it appears we do not.
Don't play the fool with me. Surely you've heard the tales of the werewolves that protect this forest.
We have. And if the tales are true, then this would be the witch's forest from said folklore, yeah?
They cannot leave! They are too dangerous! We must dispose of Peter!
You know how crazy it is that you were able to survive? We're not going to let you go back in there. That's dangerous. So we're going to kill you right here.
Mein Lehnsherren, that is unwise.
You refuse to do my bidding, Wolfram?
Nein. Listen well. There are dangers lurking in the forest, especially after dark. Leaving now, you won't make it out in time. There is no guarantee you will survive the night. In fact, you most certainly will not. Therefore, we shall make a special exception and allow you to stay. We will provide rooms for you. Then you leave at dawn.
Herr Wolfram, you can't allow outsiders into the Emerald Castle!
I can, if she wishes it.
Hilde, bitte.
Translate.
It seems that we'll be staying at the young lady's estate for the night.
There, beyond the village, my lady's Emerald Castle. This way.
I thought he demanded we leave, but now he demands we stay? What is he playing at?
Can't say, my lord. However, there's clearly something afoot here, and we've little time to learn what.
Did we walk into a nightmare?
That's a lot of torture devices! Wild exclaims.
Those relics are leftovers from the witch trials.
The aesthetic is becoming much too occultic for my tastes.
Hey, der Winzling. Kurze Frage. Wie heißt du?
Ach, yeah. That was so rude of us not to introduce ourselves. The young lady asked for your name.
I am CL Phantom Hive. I get the feeling that if I knew what Vinsling was, I'd be insulted.
What is your age?
My master is 13 years of age.
There's no bottom to it. That's a death sentence if I ever seen one.
Jump. Jump. Intrusive thought. Do it. Do it.
To the Emerald Castle.
For the Emerald Witch. In the Emerald Isles. Oh yeah, we got Emerald Isles as a thing. I apologize for munching. No, I don't. A little bit. All right. Let's figure out what we think about the ending. That's pretty. For some reason, it kind of fits. I don't really get why they're going for like the trap music. Like it's not like heavy, but it's got like that drum pad. This is like character development, giant growth, becoming a better person music. Well, that was episode 1. Episode 1 did a very interesting job. So usually when you open something up, you open a story up, you've got a, like, it just drops you, no explanation. Or is it just, you just get all the exposition out for the most part in the first 2 episodes. And we're somewhere in the middle. So it's very interesting. I really don't know. I've got a I honestly have a bad feeling about the show as a whole. Not as a whole, sorry. This arc. The first episode didn't do a great job of catching me, but that's because I still have no idea what, like, I'm not invested in anything yet, so I hope that they can remedy that by the next episode that should be coming out next Sunday. Sunday. And I have been having a blast being able to make this shorter content, but being able to get back in the saddle. If there's one thing you need to learn from me, kids, you gotta learn how to say no sometimes. But thank you all so much for being here. Happy to be back, and I'm going to see you next week. Don't you? I will. Till then, peace.